Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, excuse this mirror. I'm excited for today's video. And now I gotta moisturize my lips. I didn't do the thing, y'all, and I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna use Eternal Beauties from Notoriously Morbid spell kit. No, this is just the spell. Oh my gosh, excuse me. This is from Notoriously Morbid, not the spellcast beauty side, and we're gonna pair that with Ensley Rain Underland. And so these are what they look like together. I have a plan, kind of, sort of, but not really. But we're gonna do the thing, and I do think it's gonna come out nice. And I've been using this lately because I'm ready to let it go, but I don't want to not give it a fair shot kind of thing. So we're gonna prime the eyes as usual, do the intro, and then we're gonna jump into this palette. Full face is done. House Labs, cheek situation, bronzer. No, the bronzer is Hung Vango, and the blush and highlighters are House Labs, and the finishing powders are Hourglass. We use 2 of each of all of those. And on our inner rims, we have one from MAC. This is Bananas. And on my lower lash line, no, on my inner rims is Sephora, and this one is Lime Green Matte. And on the lower lash line, we have Bananas from MAC. And they do almost, the one from Sephora is a little bit lighter, but not by much. If I put them side by side, excuse me, it would just appear to be, excuse me, the same shade. So let me do the intro since my throat is already saying hello and how are you today. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why? Like, why do you call it that? The crazy concept. Knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. Just be who you are. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique, because that's what you're hearing in whatever video you're watching. I'm here to tell you and to remind you. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's right. Wear what you want to and rock it. Love yourself always. So that's what the Crazy Troll motto is. That's what we stand for. 2 things about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. I almost forgot to put on the paint pot on top of this. Need to order another one, y'all. Look at that. Yeah, sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. And the other thing is, there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I try to be aware of it, to say excuse me. So if you do hear something in my throat and I don't say excuse me, know that I was not aware of it. And sometimes it does happen, and when I watch it back, meaning after it's already on YouTube, I'm like, girl, you really didn't hear or feel that in your throat. No, I did not. So because of whatever I'm saying, or my train of thought was unbroken, and so I just kept going. But it does happen, and it does it so often that I said I need to put this in my intro, because people are gonna be like, girl, somebody asked me recently, they said, is it me or do you seem to hiccup more in your videos? Well, she said my live streams and the videos. And I said, yeah, it really is, because usually before live streams, I'm, guzzling water or drinking Boathouse Farms or doing something. Or if I'm eating too fast, so I don't be late coming here for the live stream. And so, yeah, it is more so in live streams. And I hadn't thought about it, so they asked me that. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So we're going to take from Underland, we're going to take Surreal. And I feel like we used that before. Yeah, we're going to take this one. What is it with this palette? The color story, okay, looking where I'm looking, it looked gold, but it's an orange color, and I'm sure I put this in this spot before. I get the hype of those who like the high shine shimmer. Ensley Rain will give you that. I don't mind the high shine shimmer, but that's not my goal. because y'all know I like dark stuff, even though I do a lot of like light ethereal looks, which I'm like, why? But because of that high shine shimmer, most of these are flaky. These in here are mostly a creamy type flaky, and so I find I have to keep going back and forth. And because my eye primer and shadow base are for me tacky, more so the eye primer is tacky. And the paint pot, even though it's not tacky, it does grip, and so it more so stays where I put it, so I got to keep going back and forth. But even doing that, and even right now and having zero fallout, I could feel that there's a speck or a flake in this eye already, so that I don't like at all. But other shadows get into my eye too. Sometimes my eyeliner or my inner rims, it gets into my lashes, and then it'll flake into my eye. This side, something is in there now too. We're going to move on to, that shade was Surreal. We're going to take Jabberwocky, this shade here. So I'm just really trying to satisfy myself with this palette before I get rid of it. I do really feel like it might be sometime soon. I love the mattes. I love the mattes in here, but is that enough? And no, it's not. And this is definitely my color story. I mentioned, I think probably the last video that you saw me use this in, that I think because of the layout, because they laid it out monochromatic columns, it doesn't inspire me to be creative. It doesn't motivate me to try new things. And so I think that's part of it. And no, I don't want to rearrange the palette, because when I do want to sell it on, or well, yeah, sell it in my Macari store, I want it to be how it is. And I really don't feel like, label whore me here, I really don't feel like writing down each shade name and what the color is so that I can put it back where it was. And that's a testament too to how I'm feeling about this palette. Like, I don't want to put any extra work into it. But here we are. And so we're off to a nice kind of grungy goth start. Y'all, I did a thing by accident. I ground the beef, and I was seasoning it with the same seasons that I seasoned the last one, y'all. It was so good. I have 2 more in my freezer. This one, the chili red pepper flakes. I filled a 2-ounce jar with them, right? And it has a sifter, and it was like maybe this much left at the bottom. So I put it in one of the small jars, and that did not have a sifter, right? And so when I opened it to, you know, put it sideways and tap it, I turned it, it just like a whole, I was like, that's a lot of red pepper flakes. And you don't need a lot of those because they are like super spicy. So I was looking at it like, and because how it hit the ground beef and kind of spread, it's not like it was like a lump where I can like take off the top layer. So I was just like, ooh. So I didn't put any more red pepper flakes in it. And not only that, but I'm looking in here to see, I think we're going to take this purple. I did go online and copy and pasted the color descriptions. This purple is, I don't know how to pronounce it. Ligeia. That's what it says. Satin jeweled violet with a slight blue sheen. So we're going to take that. And, y'all, it is spicy. It is hot. You do not need a lot at all. And so I didn't put any more in there. And a lot of my other spices also have like Tyler cherry pepper, black pepper, red pepper, cayenne pepper, and then harissa fire that has like 3 like super hot peppers in it. And so I'm like, okay, let me go light on the other stuff and not put any more of the red pepper flakes. Y'all, it was a lot. And so when the meat browned, excuse me, I took a little piece to taste it. Y'all, my mouth was on fire, and I'm just like, damn. But what I think will help it, and I love spicy stuff. I love spicy with flavor, and it definitely has the flavor. If you have Mural of Flavor from Penzies, that's what I put a lot of in the previous batch of sauce that I made. And eating the sauce with the pasta, I could taste the mural of flavor. It tastes just like how it smells. And I'm like, this is so freaking good. And so I realized I had put more in there before than usual, because I always use it for sauce and chili, but whatever reason, because I don't measure, I just dump, right? But I could actually taste that particular seasoning, which is crazy because I put like 12 seasonings in my stuff, in my pasta and in my chili. Well, my pasta sauce and my chili. But I distinctly tasted that, and I'm like, I know exactly what that is. So I put a lot in there this time too. But y'all, so I do think the sauce will help dilute it. We're going to take this shade here. I use this a lot because I like it. And we may go into one of these blacks just to deepen up the outer corner. This shade is the Raven. Is it? No. Y'all, this cursive and these small letters. This is Rowena, green toned medium gray matte. And I remember I kept telling y'all this is like a green gray. Says me who has trouble. Oops. When I went to tap the brush, I hit it in here by mistake. So we're just going to swipe some more of this. But since we were going to take black over here anyway, I'm thinking if I want to add something else over here. I don't know. I do think the sauce will help dilute it some, and I do have a feeling I am going to still not put any more of the red pepper flakes in it. Y'all, it was a lot. It was probably like 2 tablespoonfuls. Ew. It was spicy. But I will put more of the other seasonings in it that has peppers in it. But I was like, oh my word, that's going to be spicy, but also very flavorful. So that's the thing. I'm wearing one of my YouTube sweatshirts. Y'all, the previous one I had, I purchased the extra large because that's the size I wear. If it's a men's, I wear large. If it's a woman's, I wear extra large. And I don't know what material it was, but it was super scratchy. I said, okay, I'll wash it. And I wash clothes before I wear them anyway, and that'll help soften it. No, it did not. And I air dried it, and that sucker shrunk down to like a medium form-fitted tank top type thing. It was a sweatshirt. And I was just like, okay, there is no way. And it was so friggin' itchy. And so when it came around to get this one, I said, I'll get a 3X. Because I'm thinking, okay, I got an extra large. It shrunk 2 sizes. I'm like, okay, I'll get a 3X. It'll shrink down to a 1X. Y'all, this sucker did not shrink. And it's very soft and very comfortable. So I'm just like, But I said, you know what? This will be great for the winter time because it's great for layering. So I have on a shirt under here. And I've put this on top of another sweatshirt. And because the darn thing is so big, it's really comfortable and it is soft. And so that is that. And it does have the little YouTube symbol on here. The other one, I don't know if I think I might have threw it away. I would like to think I took it to Goodwill, but because the fabric was so scratchy, and I do have sensitive skin, but it was like, okay, nobody's going to be able to comfortably wear this. And so I threw it away. It was horrible. But this one is amazing. And so here we are. I'm bringing this over here because I brought this up here. So we are just going to feather. I think I might need to go. No, I don't need to go back in. Y'all, girl, Tanya. She posted a video today. Today is Sunday. I was like, is this your face that I see or something? I commented. So now I gotta find something else to pick with her about, because I can't be like, you didn't start doing videos again, because she started doing videos again. So I'm just like, so we'll see. And I could always just double down on Dawn. Yes, you Dawn. To do start doing videos, or at least shorts. This is cute. It's dark, it's nice. I do like having this dark line up here because you see the lightness in here. Not so much on this side. So let's go back to that purple, however you pronounce that name. And we're going to put this right here. Yeah, so you can see it, how you see the definition between the purple and the black line. We're going to do this up here too. She's nice and she's so cute. I want to do something on the inner corner. I was thinking of putting like a dark shade in there. I admit that I don't like the color of that first shade, Surreal. For some reason, and I might have liked it before, I don't know, but for this look, excuse me for those glares, I don't like this in my inner corner for this look. And I'm actually thinking of putting a red there. But there's a red shine in here too. Do we want to do that one? I'm thinking no, but we're going to do it. This is Red Queen, the Red Queen, excuse me, this shade right here. Because I was thinking of one of these reds in Eternal Beauties. Both of those reds show up the same on me, and one says it's a romantic deep blush red with a soft satin finish, and the other one says matte cherry red, but on me side by side they look exactly the same. So we're going to be funky in a good way, and we're going to put this here, and it just kind of amplified that, and it's eating up that second shade, which was this one, and that's okay. I do think this might be it for this palette. So if this is of interest to you, maybe within a week, check my Macari store for it. Only one of the pressed pigments I used once by mistake, but they're taped inside the box, and so this will look like it looks, because if you haven't noticed, this was a pressed pigment, this one and that one, and so that's why they're not there. And they are removable and they are magnetic, and so part of me was like, if I did do BYOPs with other stuff other than MAC and Lethal, I would keep these mattes, but I'm gonna just get rid of it. There's flakes in this eye. I want to do something else, but I'm not quite sure. I think I know what I want to do. Yeah, yeah. We're going to take this shade down here, which is called the Bride. This shade, and that is described as carnation pink with a gold shimmer. Carnation pink with a gold sheen shimmer. We're going to just put that in the middle. I just want to we're going to put that just right here. So we're really just doing stuff. Like, really. I don't use this palette enough either. I think I did two columns for a look, 2 columns, and then 2 columns, and it looks really nice. I don't know if I did the 2 columns for this one because both the blacks look the same on me too, even though one has a shimmer in it. So I don't quite remember what I did with those 2 columns. So yes, this is different. This is my vibe for sure. What are we gonna do? Do I want to take, we're going back to Underland. We're going to take this shade right here for our transition shade. Y'all, we are all the way funky, all the way grungy, all the way goth. This look, this is Hallucination. And I do really like these mattes though. I find that when I do sometimes swap shades in and out of palettes, that sometimes I use them more and then sometimes I use them less. And so, I'm not quite sure like why that is. And right now I'm thinking about the Bronze and Bloom palette. And I would think that I would have used it more because bronze, I did like all the looks I did. Very monochromatic, very blend in, not there because of my complexion. And I do want to say it's just because of just using other stuff. But I do want to get back to that though, to see like how I'm really feeling about it. Because it's like when I mixed Golden with Star, that ended up in my Macari store. It might still be in there. And I did use it a little bit after I switched around the shades. But not much. I like this. I love the mattes in here. It's just something. We're going to go back to, so we use, I might even count, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 shades from Underland, and 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 from, I don't know. We're going to take Annabelle Ghostly Golden Tan Shimmer. We're going to put this right up under our brow as our brow arch. I was thinking to do a graphic liner. Tanya has a white liner and she said she thinks that like Janessa, myself, and Grace would be able to do something with the white liner. And so I told her she can do like a double wing with it. I did that before. Maybe I'll do it again today just for her to see again with this brush. And I just did like I just tapped it one time on top of the other liner I had there, which had to have been a dark liner. And it was really cute. It was really cute. It wasn't too much. And I know I believe she does her makeup before she goes to work. And so, you know, nothing like this. You know what I mean? But it was like a nice pop. It was I liked it anyway, but y'all know I'm subjective with my shit. But so for lower lash line, I'm going to take this green. This is Chaos. This one is one of the smoother shimmers in here. And actually all of them kind of are. And that's why you can see dips in them. And it might be like, oh my gosh, like she really used the heck out of this. No, I didn't. It's just how the formula is. And so we're going to take that on the first half under here. And I can tell you right now, I don't like this under here because it's almost the same shade or it's blending into the shade that's already there. I do want something to show up. What I was going to put on the second half was Shadowland. So we're going to take that and put it all over the lower lash line and just see what that looks like. This one does get into my eyes. And it's not comfortable. And so I know there's a lot of hype with Ensley Rain. And it's just preference. It's just preference. You know, what we like, what we're used to. That type of thing, but everything does work. It's just not, I just don't like flaky shades, and again, they are creamy flaky, but they still seem to find their way into my eye, and it doesn't feel good because when I blink I can feel it moving. This is not showing up here. What? All right, we're going to switch over to Eternal Beauties. So I was going to take it all the way across, but since, y'all, this ain't no joke. This MAC Bananas, it ain't being covered up. And that's you see, it's a light yellow. So like, so I think we're done with, no, we're not. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to take this black with shimmer. We're just going to go for it. This one is, excuse me. Oh my gosh, what is that? I believe it says Lenore, black semi-matte with rainbow sparkles. We're going to put this on our lower lash line. And if this doesn't cover up, and not that I want to cover all of it up, because I do like, this is what I like. When you can see the color I'm putting on top of the gel pencil, but you can still see the gel pencil liner through it. You see what I'm saying? Like that, I like that. That's the look that I like. Yeah, I do think that's going to be it for me with this palette. Not ever Eternal Beauties. I'm talking about the that's nice. We're going to take some, do we want to take the red? No, I was thinking if I wanted to do the red on the first half of lower lash line, but we're not. We're going to take that same shade. It is wet under here. You see how that just bled out like that? I don't even feel it tearing, but apparently it is. Damn. That's why I don't like when shadow gets in my eye, or eyelash sometimes will flip or curl. I don't like this now because I see it up here, which is fine. So let me try to get this up there too. And by the time we put on mascara, it might not be that noticeable. And I do have mascara out because I felt like, y'all, this is looking crazy, like in a good way. Wow. I haven't done a look like this in a long time. This is like, what the fuck? I love it. We're going to take, shit. We are going to go back to Underland, and we're going to take this shade, which is Dreadful Dreams, and we're going to put this on lower lash line with this fluffy brush. Look how flimsy this is. It says it's an angle shader brush. Like, how are you going to place shadow on your lid with that? But I love it for using mattes under my eye. And so I'm doing this just to kind of, well, not kind of, but to bring the color down. So yeah, this is wet on the inner corner. Yo, I still, well, yeah, I put the sauce on the lowest setting because it says low and then it goes 1 to, you know, all the way up to 9. I have it on low, and I do have the, do I need to stir it? I just heard something go ping. Nothing should be pinging. And I don't smell it, well, because it's in the air anyway from just grounding the meat. But yeah, so it's, y'all, this is looking sick. Oh, I love it. Oh, damn. Which one of y'all would rock a look like this? Because this is all sorts of colorful, all sorts of messy grunge. And I think we're going to do a yellow eyeliner because that'll tie in too. Oh man, do I need to go stir the sauce? I did contact Comcast, and the upload speed went up a little bit and then it went back down. So this video, we are, oh y'all, this is crazy. So this video, I'll see if the upload speed is still faster. And it may be because one video, it did speed up. And then I said, oh, let me go ahead and drop this other one in here to upload this one too. And so maybe just because I was uploading 2 at the same time, that might be why it kind of slowed down. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. Because once one finished uploading, the other one did get a little bit quicker. But it used to be, you know, 20 minutes maybe. We're going to use the yellow for the top. And we're going to take this yellow from Banana Boom, this one right here. It did speed up a little bit. This brush, I need a thinner brush because this I feel like is going to be too much. Did we use this in the last look that I did? I think we used the one next to it. Is that Cyber Craze? Why am I remembering where these are? This, y'all. Okay. This eye, I think I need to stir it because I hear like the lid shifting a little bit, which means that is bubbling a little bit. Bubbling, excuse me for that. Yeah, bubbling a little bit. There's too much water on here. So I'm just going to tap off some of that. And I do not have a lot of fallout. I don't have any fallout that I see one flake right too. I see 2 flakes. So even dealing with those soft flaky shades, and even though it's in my eye, it's not on my face. I only see 2 specks on my face. So when people say you have to use your finger, no you don't. And if you're insistent, or if you really think, okay, you want to amplify the color and you don't like using your fingers for makeup, I use sponge tip applicators, and for me that does mimic a finger application. Whenever somebody says to me, oh, you have to do this, I'm like, huh, the hell I do. I'll do other stuff just to prove them wrong, like in my mind, and not that it really matters, but just so I can let y'all know, like, hey, there's another way to do something. Because people will have you feeling like and believing you have to do certain things, and you don't. That's a nice straight line. Does this one come out straight? I am barely touching my skin. That's a bat wing. Look at that. Damn it. All right, let's just angle it in. I want to go back in with more water, but then I don't because I don't want to put too much water in it. I'm making this line thicker because it's a bat wing, and the other side is not a bat wing. I don't know what that noise was. It wasn't a quite suck my teeth noise. So I'm just bringing the angle in so that it doesn't look like a bat wing, but then it's still... Alright, this white in here spreads, but we're gonna, y'all, ooh, damn, that's nice. We're gonna dip this brush in here, and it's a straight edge brush. Yeah, it's a straight edge brush. It's a straight edge brush. I'm going to put this in the water and we're going to wipe it off a little bit. And we're going to tap it into the white. The white is called mixed tape. Why is it called mixed tape? It's not mixed with anything. It's just white. So we have some on the brush. And so with your liner, Tanya, I'm going to put it below actually. And I like when I see different color wings. So I see the blue, I see that yellow we put, and then I see the purple up here. Do I want to put it? I'm going to put it above. And the thing for me is just placing it straight. So I'm just pressing just above that line. Just pressing straight in. And then, what brush do I want to use? I'm going to take this brush. This is an angle brush because this is wider than I want it to be. And it's just like a blob. So we're just going to, oh, is it dry already? Oh, okay. Because I pressed it, it came out a little thicker than I wanted it to. I'm not a fan of pulling my eyes. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Let me go back with that brush. Wow, this is kind of surprising to me. I pressed it too hard, that's what it was. And I think before when I pressed it, I dragged it. Oh shit, that's cute. I didn't mean to do that, but that's cute. So we're gonna do it intentionally. So that's how you can, oh, that's nice. So that's how you can do your liner with a really thin brush. Oh, and this one of course is on an angle. This is cute. This is really cute. I'm gonna have to do something with that. You know what? We're gonna leave it. This side is a little bit darker. We still did not add anything else on this brush. This white, for whatever reason, it just goes a lot further than any man has gone before. Like, I don't know what it is with this white one. And you know what? My Inglot white liner too, that sucker. Yeah, so that's what you can do, Tanya. And you don't gotta go that far because I did intend like just a little line right here like I did before. But this, whew, okay. But I like it. This whole eye look, y'all. Y'all know this is where I live. I'm gonna clean out this water. Speaking of water, we're on a boil water advisory. I didn't know it was such a thing. There was a main break or the main line or something that burst yesterday or broke yesterday. And when I had got up, I'm like, my water pressure is really low. But then later on when I got up, because y'all know I wake up like every 90 minutes. Later on when I got up, the water pressure was fine. And that was Saturday. And then Sunday, they sent an email. The leasing office sent out a mass email saying that they're aware that the water pressure is low. They contacted the company. They're waiting to hear back. They keep calling. They hadn't called back. They don't know what's happening, but they are trying to figure out what's going on. And then they sent another email later. This is Tower 28, the brown one that Grace sent me. White will look nice. No, that would be too much. Let me just calm down. Their second email, they had heard back and they said, you know, it was a main line break or something, a main terminal something break or whatever. And they did fix it, but that's what caused the low water pressure. And it's like 5 different cities. Newark being one of them, also Christiana, Bear, Newcastle, and somewhere else. But we're in this little bubble where the cities are like super, super close together. And they had fixed it, but because the water pressure was so low, the water became contaminated. And they were saying when there's like minor breaks or if a pipe bursts somewhere, as long as the water is still flowing like it normally does, bacteria or, you know, contamination doesn't build up in the water. But it did because the pressure was so low. And so we're on a boil water advisory. So don't drink the water. Don't brush your teeth with the water. Don't wash your dishes with the water. Don't wash your clothes with the water. But you can wash with it. So I find that strange. They say don't wash your clothes in it, but yet you can still use it for like baths and showers. I wouldn't sit in it. I'm a shower person anyway. So I did boil a large stock pot. The pot that I used to brown the meat in, I filled that up and boiled that last night and put some in different containers. And then I went to BJ's to get Fiji, which is my favorite water. My second favorite is Evian. They had a coupon, so I got two 12 packs of 1 liters. And for the Fiji, it's a 24 pack of 16.9 ounces. And both of them had coupons. And I know those waters are expensive, but I'm like, the water I boiled, I'll use that for dishes. I'll use that for brushing my teeth. But I'm like, I'm not using Fiji or Evian to brush my teeth or to wash dishes. Like, no, it's too expensive. Y'all, oh my gosh, I love this look. Lip. Y'all know I want to do a black lip. I think I want to do a black and then tap maybe a purple on it. I got so many options with these new Notoriously Morbid and Spellcast Beauty ones. I just want to be simple and just do it. This will be nice. We're gonna use this one. Ooh, oh yeah. And we're gonna tap this on it. This is the Holo Bat Girl thing, holographic. It says Cosmic Gloss. This was, I don't know what it was. But this is Tragic Warm Plum Eggplant. Y'all, I love this look. Damn, this look is nice. It was definitely, for those of you who don't do looks like this, a trust the process moment. Because some of it did even look crazy to me, but I knew that it was going to pull together. Because these are the types of looks that I like. But it was a trust the process moment, and it did pull together. The eyeliner, the mascara finished it off. Seeing just a little bit of the liner on my upper lash line through my lashes. I do think putting white on the bottom lashes would have been too much. Says me still trying to practice restraint, right? Okay. Yeah, girl. I'm excited for tomorrow's live stream. I think we're doing, excuse me for smacking, I think we're doing a high fashion Halloween look, but you'll see that way before this. This will go up probably the first week of November. The look I have going up on October 30th is not even Halloween themed. This I came like above my lip line, and I'm not liking how it looks. So we're just gonna, that ain't even working. Y'all, when these dry, when these matte ones dry, so I'm gonna go up higher on this side. So they told us, and I did look it up on the internet, because they told us what the water company was and if we wanted to check their site or whatever. So I did do that, and it said they will notify us when the water is safe to drink, well, safe to consume. But they said do expect to boil water all weekend. And so at BJ's, y'all, people was buying cases and cases of water, but they weren't buying a lot of the Evian and the Fiji. This is expensive. But there was a nice dent in where, on the palette where the Fiji was. And I'm sure it's because there was a coupon, because that's the only time I buy it too. I was surprised there was a coupon for the Evian. It was $2 off. So it was $19.99 for a 12 pack of 1 liters. And it was $2 off. But the way the coupon said was $4 off if you buy 2. And so instead of $20 per 12 pack of 1 liters, it was 18 bucks, which is good. So that's like less than $1 a bottle for Evian. So ain't a 1 liter at that. And I be going through water, y'all. And also a lot of the water I boiled, I put it into my pure filter, well, the pitcher, because it doesn't need to be purified because it was boiled. And so I put that in the refrigerator. So we have cold water, we have water in different containers to brush my teeth with. I do use the dishwasher, so I don't have to. I did wash a few plastic things, but I don't know if I'll rewash them, because it's saying like do like a bleach mixture, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't quite understand like washing your dishes in a bleach mixture. Like, I'm just, because it's like, that looks nice, because if you're going to say, okay, don't wash your dishes with this water, right? So I guess they're saying residue might still be on your dishes, but then it's like mix bleach with the water, and then isn't that going to be on the dishes? Like, what do y'all think? Because I just don't understand. And so, but what I could do, some of the water I boiled, I could just use that to rinse out, like the salad bowl that I used last night and a cup that I used last night. Yeah, I'm glad I kept this. This is nice, y'all. This is nice, y'all. Some of y'all probably like, and I could hear it down in the shorts or see it down in the shorts with the comments. But y'all know what? Y'all know how we roll over here. This is nice. I have a lot of stuff on, so that's why my neck is looking yellow. I got a lot of, but anyway, y'all, this is nice. Let's take our pictures. Take this side. Take this. This is where I live. This is where I live. And I haven't been here in so long. It seems like, but this just, I do like these mattes, but yeah, but as a whole, I'm just not feeling it. And I did mean to take this white under my brow, because I've done that before and I really liked it, but then for some reason I forgot. So let's take this picture. My ring can slide in sideways. Actually, both of them do that. So let's take this, sorry for the glare. Take this picture for the gallery. Y'all, I love this look. So I'm going to see what, and we covered up this first shade, so that's not an issue. This shade, we ended up covering that up. This on lower lash line, we covered that up, because I'm thinking like, okay, would I miss these shimmers, these metallics? And the answer is no. I forget where we put, excuse me for that glare, this red, but I have, you know, two bright reds in here. So I think I might miss the mattes, but I have something similar to this in another palette. I think it was that bright lime green or whatever that I put in the same place I put this. What was it? It was another palette. What shade was that? And I put it under my brow bone in my inner corner. It was a bold yellow, I think. And Locke said it was subtle but impactful. So I'm thinking I'm not going to miss it. And I'm sure I have something similar to this and to this. This is a charcoal black, and there's like two blacks in here. Well, that looks like a charcoal shade. No, that's just blacks. And this one, it has green, a green tint to it. So it's not, yeah, it's not anything that I foresee missing. So yeah, this will be it for this palette. So again, if you're interested in this, wait about a week, maybe it'll be in my Macari store. And, you know, go through my Ensley Rain playlist to see the looks that I've done with this. But I am digging this. We're going to go. Stuff is popping up over here for you to watch. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. You will see me soon.